Hey guys, this is Chris Cameron with Cam Basketball, and today we're going to work on ball handling. We're going to work on two change of direction moves. The change of direction moves are going to be a crossover in front and a crossover in between the legs. So the first move is going to be a crossover move. Crossover in front of your legs. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get our legs shoulder width apart. Make sure we bend our knees so we can get down low to the ground, because the lower you are to the ground, the easier it is to handle the basketball, and the faster the ball comes back up to your hands. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is work on just crossing the ball over. This is your crossover. This is your in front crossover. Just going back and forth. This is your in front crossover. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is work on ankle crossovers. And we're just going right here stationary, crossing the ball back and forth, working on rhythm, keeping the ball down by our ankles. You do that for 2 sets of 50 just to work on that on a daily basis. Okay? The next thing we'll do is a crossover up to our knees. So these are called knee crossovers. Now the ball comes up a little higher and it goes out a little wider. And you pound the basketball as you're crossing it. Okay? Again, building rhythm. And we're working on setting up our in front crossover. The next part we're going to do is add a dribble in between each crossover. To make it more game specific, we're going to add a dribble in between each crossover. We'll start down low at our ankles again. So we're going dribble, cross, cross, cross. So just working on that crossover. Changing direction. Right, left. Right, left, right, left. All right, now we're gonna bring it up to our knees. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Again, you can do 2 sets of 50 of each one of these drills that we're doing, just so you can build rhythm, you can build confidence, you can build touch, and make sure that your technique is good by staying low. Now, the last part for the crossover drill is going to be taking the dribble and working on a little footwork. Okay, so we're going to work on a little footwork. All right, so what we're going to do, again, bend your knees. All right, and you're going to take a dribble. You're going to step right, cross over, step left. All right, take a dribble, and we're going to pick it up. So now we're working on the crossover as it relates to being in a real game situation. When you're attacking the defense and you have to make the move to sell your direction going to the right, and then you change direction with the crossover to the left. So we're just gonna work on the beginning steps of it with the footwork, okay? So you'll go bounce, you go bounce, 1, cross, 2, bounce, pick it up. All right, so we're working on that crossover. Bounce, cross, step, bounce, pick it up. So now we're working on a 1-2 step for our footwork. If you notice, look at my footwork. I'm dribbling with my right hand, so that means I'm going to step right, left. So I'm going to take a bounce, then I'm going to step right, cross it over, step left, and then I'll take another bounce, okay? So I'm going to do 5 of these. This is how we do it in the drill, just so we can practice it. And I recommend that you do this drill maybe 2 sets of 20. Just working on the bounce, the footwork, the cross, the second footwork, and then another bounce, okay? So it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna do 5 of them, all right? So I'm going bounce, cross, step, boom, bounce. Bounce, step, cross, step, bounce. Bounce, cross, step, bounce. Bounce, step, cross, step, bounce. One more, bounce, step, cross, step. Okay, now I'll try to do 2 or 3 at much more game speed so you can kind of see it. When you go a little slow, it looks a little awkward, but going a little faster, you'll kind of actually see the real move, okay? So I'm going bounce, 1, 2, bounce, okay? Okay, notice how my foot went right because I'm dribbling to my right, crossing over, stepping with my left, okay? So that's our crossover. I'm going to show you what the crossover move looks like in live game action. So I'm going to step back about 5 to 10 feet from the cone, and then I will attack the cone. I'll dribble forward and I'll make the crossover move 4 times. I will always take a dribble in between each cone. Okay, so what I recommend you do is do this drill 4 times. Okay, and there'll be 4 crossovers each time you go. So there'll be 4 sets of 4 crossovers. So I'll push the cone up and I go back about 10 feet. All right, so I'm gonna go 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Jog it back. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Jog it back. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Jog it back. Last one. Okay, so the last one was a little quicker, but if you're able to look at my footwork, every step was if I'm dribbling right, I'm stepping right, left. If I'm dribbling left, I'm stepping left, right. All right. Now, the next move is between your legs crossover. So this is our second change of direction move. Okay? So we'll start basically by just doing what we call a figure 8. Just coming in here. Taking the ball between our legs, because that's how we're going to make our move. Go between our legs. Okay? You can do 2 sets of 25 just to get comfortable with that. All right? Then the next one is we're going to bounce it, jump stop, go between. Bounce it, go between. All we're doing is just setting up, getting comfortable with that move. If you already know how to make this move, then you don't necessarily have to do this. But if you're working on learning how to do this move, you want to start from here. These are building blocks. Okay? All right? The next one is going to be, now we're going to go pound, between, pound, between, pound, between, pound, between. So now we're getting comfortable with actually dribbling between our legs. My knees are bent, my butt is down. Okay, slight bend in my knees, eyes are up. Okay, and the more you do it, you can speed up and go a little faster. Okay, so that's a good one. That's a good drill to kind of get a rhythm versus just going between your legs, continuous. This allows you to get a little rhythm just in case you lose the ball when you're coming out. You have that pound in between and make sure you get control of it with the pound. Okay. Now the last one is going to be continuous between the legs. Okay? So if you can do this one, this is good. But if you can't, you can work towards it with the pound in between. Okay? So we go between. Just like the figure 8, but now we've added a dribble with it. Okay? Again, stay low. Okay? If you want to put a little swagger in it, here. Okay, I like in a real game, practicing. Okay, so that's the between the leg move. That's basically the foundation of it. Now we're gonna put it more in a live game situation so that you can execute this move when you play. All right, so this is what we're gonna work on first. Anytime we go between the legs, we're gonna do a jump stop. On the crossover in front, we did a 1-2 step. Now we're gonna do a jump stop, meaning that we're gonna come down on both feet. Okay, so I'm going to take a bounce, then I'm going to go between my legs. I'm going to jump stop, then go between my legs. All right, so I'm going to go 1. That's all I'm doing. Pound, jump stop, between, jump stop. Pound, jump stop, between, jump stop. Pound, jump stop, between, jump stop. So notice my feet are going down at the same time. Okay, and we'll switch sides. Pound, between. pound, between, pound, between. So make sure that you jump stop, same time, then go between your legs. Catch it, okay? Now, we're gonna add a continuous movement. So we're gonna just go between, okay? Between. So I'm jump stopping. Every time I go between, my feet are coming down at the same time, so I'm jump stopping. But notice that my feet are splitting. So my feet are splitting when I jump stop. One foot will be in front of the other foot. The top foot would be the same foot that the same foot as the ball is on that same side. Okay, so as I go between, that ball is over here. That ball is over here. Whatever side the ball's on, that foot is gonna be in front because you're ready to make your move and go. All right? All right, now, the last move before we go into the live, making a move in a live game situation is we're gonna take a dribble and then we're gonna go with our between the legs split, okay? So you're going, bam. All right, okay, so the last drill is gonna be, we're gonna make these move, between the leg move in live game situations. So we'll dribble up, we'll make 4 moves, we'll jog it back, and we'll do 4 sets of it. I'm only gonna do 2 sets. But when you're doing it, I like to recommend that you do at least 4 sets. That means you'll have the opportunity to do this one move 16 times if you do it in 4 moves per set in 4 sets, okay? So, here, between, jog it back. Notice I'm keeping my eyes up if you can. Okay? So, I'm going to give you one bonus move to have you practice this. Okay? This is homework for you. So now we're going to add those 2 moves together. So it's called a between the leg cross. Okay? So we'll start with our right hand. We're gonna go between, cross, between, cross, between, cross, between, cross, between, cross. Okay, now we'll start with the left. Between, cross, between, cross, between, cross, between, cross. Okay, so now I wanna watch you do it. Go ahead and hit the button up top and let me see you work on your crossover in front move, then your between the legs move. And I'll be here to guide you through that. Thank you.